Hold on, we got a lot going on today. Where my guest at? Connect already. I remember. Connect. Where my guest at? Okay.
My name is Bermudez.
Okay, we live. That's great. Yo, what's up, man? TikTok banned me, man. I'm banned until April 6th.
Get out of here.
Yes, to April 6th, because I was telling people about not committing suicide.
Oh my God. But wait, were you saying the S word or you were
I
saying
said the
like
S
no on
word.
the line?
I
Oh,
said the
that's
S
why.
word. Because somebody asked me about it.
Oh my
So
God. When
yes,
was that? Today?
that was I guess Sunday, right?
Oh, Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, 3:30.
Hello.
Yeah, we locked in, man. Hey, what's up?
Well, let's do it.
Hey, we in the building anyway, man. We in the building, man. That's what it do, man. We in the building.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right, so I'm gonna send this out, share it a few people. Hey, y'all share this live with a few people because we locked in, we tied in. All right. Everybody know.
I'm trying to see how I can get you. Yeah, because I think if we did StreamYard, I probably would have been able to.
Now StreamYard is only
Oh, you did tell me that
yeah, it's
TikTok is
only
not on there.
yeah, so we locked in, tied in.
Well, whatever the case, we here.
Whatever
Thank you
it
for
is, man.
who came in the building.
Let me share this with a few people. Hold on, y'all.
All right. Well, while
Let's
you're
share
doing that, I'm
this.
gonna step away for a second, okay?
I step away.
Okay.
Another day, everybody. Love. We tapped in. Share this live with a few people. You about to speak on relationships, love, and give you some advice how to get it in, how to lock in and drop in. All right. So we try and shine this in 1 second. All right. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna send some messages out as well. Don't mind me.
Yeah. Send them out. All right. Blessing everybody. Cut this light off. So we locked in. We tied in. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Tuned in, turn up. That's what we doing. Yeah, they banned me on TikTok, y'all. So looks like I'll be in YouTube land for the next couple of days. All right. Let me move this over right quick. I don't know why TikTok so sensitive, man. Why TikTok so sensitive? For real. All right, we locked in, y'all.
Okay, sorry, y'all. I was just trying to send out some messages so that we could get more people in the building.
I'm trying to tell you. TikTok, man, TikTok be hating, boy.
Wait, Scar, how you get your background like that?
You see it's you see it should be like 1, 2, 3. It's like 5 little dots on the side. You don't see it like the circle one, the microphone, the camera.
Mm-mm. I think maybe because you like invited me onto your live.
Nah, you should see it. You should be able to see it though. You don't see no buttons on the side.
Mm, I see something like an enhancement button, a
Like a,
microphone, and like
you
a
don't see
thing
nothing
that
with a
you can flip.
person with the lines behind it.
Mm-mm.
You sure?
Only see, yeah. I'm thinking if I set up the live, I would have been able to do it. But since you invited me and I came on,
Okay.
yeah, I don't see nothing on the top of mine.
Well, we gotta figure that out. We gotta get that working.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Try to give me a little background. I'm in my little corner.
yeah. Now we tapped in. I'm here vibing. I'm here vibing.
Yeah.
Kanye, what's happening?
Kanye. Why
Yeah,
you call him Kanye?
people always be joke. People with the
Oh,
jokes.
he said he lost his mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kanye
Well,
has lost his mind. I know.
but it's certain things that he says that is a little thought provoking. I think he's like a person that does sensationalism.
Yeah, yeah. Kanye, I don't. I have nothing bad to say about Kanye. Nothing
Like
bad.
even in his recent interview, did you see it?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, he had I don't know, how is YouTube with like saying certain things? Like in the first few minutes, I think you can't say certain words, right?
Well, we're not gonna curse anyway because this is not a cursing network channel.
No, 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 I wasn't gonna curse.
No,
I was just gonna say I
we
was just
didn't.
gonna say he had like a KKK, a black KKK
What?
outfit.
No. So we talking about the truth today. We locked in today, talking about relationships, love, and all of
Mhm.
the above.
And all the and in between,
All of
huh?
the above. And in between them jeans, in between them thighs, I'm gonna rise. That's right.
He said, "Slow down. He trying to get to know you." He's
So I'm
Bobby
trying to get
V,
to know
right?
you, but don't turn around. Nah, but we tapped in today, man. Hey,
Oh
Kelvin
man.
said Kanye had a whole robe on. Yeah, dude tripping, man. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what's
just
going
said
on
that.
with dude.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude straight bugging. But we
Hmm.
tapped in today. Like I said, we tapped in today. So let's go ahead and get this thing cranked up and started, man. Talking about
Amen.
relationships, love, life, and all of the above. Let's get it. Let's get it on with it.
So you had something, something that you wanted to talk about today related to dating and being careful. So we
Uh,
had a couple of
hey, hold on.
dating
What's
horror
going on?
stories.
These Kanye fans on this thing. What y'all doing? No, I really wanted to speak on today about I wanted to speak about relationships and the dangers of relationships. I know you
Hmm.
had questions, but I wanted to talk about the dangers of
Hmm.
bringing the wrong person into your life and
Yeah.
how seriously dangerous that can be. You can literally lose your life bringing the
Hmm.
wrong person in your life. It's very dangerous, and we're gonna touch on a few topics. I just felt like I needed to speak on that because a lot of people bring people into their life and they don't understand the danger that comes with that. They don't
Hmm.
understand the issues that may come with letting that one woman or that one man in your life. So I want to touch on a few topics about that.
Okay. So can you wait? Oh, okay, there you go. So can you tell them about that horrible dating story that you told me about?
Okay, I'm gonna tap in on the story I saw the other day, and I was kind of like, disturbed by it because because when I looked at it, I seen that a young lady met a young man on a dating site. And when she went to the dating site, she invited him over on a date. So he comes to the house, they eating, they're hanging out, eating, having a good old time.
And that's the first date, and
It's the
she
first
invited
date.
him
This
over.
is the very first date. He introduced. She invites him to her house, and they come sit down and talk, eat, have a good time. They start making out in the bed. The man ends up slitting her throat. The man ends up slicing her throat on the first date because she said she saw the man coming there with a bag, but she didn't know what was in the bag. But she was like, "Why he coming there with a bag?" The man ended up slicing her throat. She ended up living though. But I go to
Yeah.
tell you how dangerous it could be. You think it's one day, you think you're getting free dinner, you think it's this, you think it's that. You never know how dangerous it can be dating the wrong person and bringing the wrong person into your life.
hmm And even in that case, like she wasn't even going out with him. She invited him into her home. Like
On the
that's
first date,
on the
that's not
first date.
wise.
Mm-mm.
That's not wise to do. So that's what I want to kind of touch on today and give people some wisdom in regards to who they dating and who they letting in their life. Because somebody could really come into your life and really be setting out just to destroy you.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like I saw another story. It was a woman in New York who um she initially did everything, I guess, on par, right? So they met on a dating website. They talked for a few weeks. He seemed to be like a really, well-to-do person. Um, they met and they went to a restaurant. He was really nice to the wait staff. He did pay for the date. He was a gentleman the whole time. And then they went their separate ways. She went home. He said he went to his house. But he later called her and said, I got home. I didn't have my key on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I called my roommate, and my roommate wasn't home. Couldn't get in touch with the roommate. And so she volunteered for him to come to her home to wait for the roommate and until he could get a hold of him so he could get into his house. Well, she said even when he came, he was still a gentleman. They watched a little bit of TV. She went to her
Yeah.
room, locked the door. 3 a.m. Kelvin said, "Now what?" So 3 a.m. he knocks on her bedroom door, and he asking for a phone charger.
Right.
And she's like, "Well, it's in the." Let's say she said it's in the kitchen. So he goes to the kitchen. He comes back, and he's like, "Well, this charger's not working. Do you have one in your bedroom?"
Right.
And she immediately called the police and waited for them to get there. She said when the police told her to come out of her room, the entire living room, all of the furniture was in plastic wrap,
Wow.
and he had drills on her floor. Like, he was coming to take that woman out.
Mm. Mm.
Like, that's just wild. That's just wild. I don't get it.
But see, that's how dangerous it is because a lot of times people looking at somebody, they zigzag. That's one beautiful black woman. Who you talking about? The lady in the news. I think he talking about you. I think he talking about. Hey,
I'll
zigzag.
take the compliment if it was
Hey,
for me. Thank
zigzag.
you.
She's single as a Pringle, boy. You better tie in for you lying, boy. Hey, but American Psycho, like seriously,
Yeah.
there's really people out here that's very psychotic, and you're so
Right.
consumed with feeling your physical desires. You're
Oh,
so
thank you.
consumed with feeling the things that you want that you don't even understand what
Mhm.
can happen to you by fulfilling those earthly and physical desires.
Yeah.
You want sex so bad, you want companionship so bad, you might end up losing your life. Seriously. So
Mhm.
hey Virgo 504, we tapped in, man.
Oh, hey, Virgo.
Zigzag, take a shot, man. Take a shot, boy. But we tied in here every Wednesday. So make sure y'all tap in. TikTok normally lit, but
Oh my
TikTok
gosh.
blocked me, y'all. TikTok blocked me again, y'all. Sorry.
Well, we still got some strange things going on over YouTube as well, but
We,
it's okay.
we still good. We still good. I'm trying to rank up and rank racism. Can you help me correctly identify what slur to call you? Answer correctly and I'll sub. All right, Mr. Nine Line. You can call me the last
Oh,
person.
thank you.
You can call me the last person you see before you close your eyes, boy. I'll be the last person you see before you close them eyes forever.
Don't run.
Hey, Craig,
You
what's
came
happening,
for the
Craig?
smoke.
And Mr. Line gonna be more than special, boy. Mr. Nine Fine, boy, your eyes gonna be closed
He
forever,
said that's hot. Oh gosh, now don't make him
forever.
mad now.
You're gonna be out of here forever, my brother, my boy. I'm literally had one night stand with my cousin when we were teenagers, and I never told
You gotta
anyone.
be. You are you trolling us right now, Brittany?
Brittany, Brittany, you know, with a name like Brittany Marie, I believe you. I believe you with a name like Brittany
Thank you,
Marie. I
Craig.
believe you done threw that back at cuz. So what's the next topic here,
Did he catch it?
man? Oh
He caught it.
man. Look back at it. Make it jump like a jackrabbit.
Don't get
Hey man, let's go to the
Wait, she
next
said
topic
she
because
did. Good God.
all this incest going on, please.
Mm-mm.
All right, yeah, man.
No, so the
What happened to Mr. Alexandra says she white? Don't be racist. Please don't be racist, man.
yeah,
Don't be
yeah,
racist. Please don't be. Let's
yeah.
keep it respectable in this chat, and let's keep
Hmm.
it all love from above. Hey, what Mr. Nine find at? Hey,
Nah, he was talking crazy. He said he liked that.
yeah, I know. That's what I tell you, he didn't logged off, boy. So what we got next? What we
Amen.
talking about? Oh,
Okay.
let's talk about this young Scooter situation.
Oh yes, yeah.
Let's touch on this young Scooter, the rapper Young Scooter, man.
Hmm.
R.I.P. Young
Yeah.
Scooter. I
So,
got. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Scar, what do you know about the situation?
What I know about, I'm in the music industry, so I really didn't know Young Scooter like that.
Okay.
But I knew, some of his affiliates. So when it happened that day, it happened. I got some information that it happened. But I'm just thinking
Okay.
he hustling, he grinding, he doing, just being wild out here trying to get some money. That's why
Hmm.
the police ran down on him.
Yeah.
I ain't think it had nothing to do with nothing else other than you out here hustling, the police trying to get you and case you up.
Hmm.
But when we was looking at it today, it say that was that his baby mama or his girlfriend.
I'm not sure the relationship of the girl because when she came out and said whatever she said on Facebook, I think it was, she said that she didn't know him. It was somebody else that was in that house that she was involved with.
Oh, so she was involved with somebody else.
Yes.
So she ended up calling the police and making a false report.
Yes.
So because she made a false report, the police was chasing this man. What was he? Were they chasing him
Correct.
because of the
They was
false report?
chasing. Right. Yeah.
So he's trying to get away, but he don't know why he getting chased.
Yeah, he doesn't know because okay, so when she made the call, she alleged that there was a woman who was unclothed trying to get away from the house, and there was a man trying to prevent her from leaving, and he was beating on her. And then she also said that there was a baby that was around. So she's like, that's child endangerment, and that's,
So she lied.
pretty much holding.
So she lied about everything.
Oh, thank you. You like my cross necklace? Yeah. So she lied about everything. She said that, well, I was really the one who was getting beat. Well, when?
So she lied about the whole situation
The whole
and got
situation.
this man unalived because she lied about
Correct.
the situation.
Yeah.
If y'all don't see that as a sign to be careful who you
Hmm.
allow into your life, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
Like she literally lied on this man and got this man unalive, took him away from his kids, his family, his career, his
Mhm.
life. It's still kind of a little fishy to me, but it just go
Yeah.
to show you, man.
I don't know, like, for some reason, I feel like somebody else, like, put her up to
Yeah.
making that call. You know what I mean? Because it was just too weird. It was like it sounded really rehearsed to me if you
But
listen to the call.
nevertheless, you think
Mhm.
about Trouble, R.I.P. Trouble. He got unalive
Oh.
at a woman's house. He was at a woman's house. He, allegedly, he gets unalive while he's at this woman's house. You know, you think about a lot of people. You heard like
Mhm.
with Rich Homie Quan. They said he passed away, and his baby mama found him unresponsive. You, you got to think about a lot of friends and family. A
Mm.
lot of people you consider friends really ain't your friend. They're really jealous of you. So
Yeah.
it's like at the end of the day, you got to be careful who you allow in your life, not just a sexual relationship, but also a friendship relationship or a business relationship. Do you know
Mhm.
some people get in business with you just to make you lose?
Right.
They don't care if they win as long as you lose.
Mhm. Well, who said it? Somebody said you can, as long as they don't care if they look bad, but as long as you look worse, they're
That's
happy.
wild. But Devon,
You know?
Devon said it happens all the time. It's nothing new, but it's crazy though. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy to know. So sad.
Mhm.
Jesus will resurrection the dead. Jesus will resurrect the dead one day. But you got to think
Mhm.
about it. When you live in your life in sin, and I'm not preaching to y'all today, I only preach on Sundays. But when you live your life in sin and living your life in a way that's not righteous, when you pass away, you got to pay for them sins. See, a lot of time we don't know when the time come when we gonna pass away. So we partying, we drinking, we smoking, we hanging out with this woman, we hanging out with this man, but we don't know any given time our life could be gone.
Mhm.
So you got to pay real close attention to what's going on around you, man. Because if you don't, man, you're gonna be lost forever. And rest in
For
peace to
real.
everybody we done lost. I seen the first time this opened my eyes. It was a beautiful woman. Everybody who know me, y'all know I love red bones. Red bones, yellow bones, brown bone, black bone. They said woman is a man backbone. But her name was Mercedes.
Mhm.
She was an Instagram model. And allegedly a man followed her home from a strip club or was so obsessed with her and ended up unaliving her.
Mm.
Beautiful woman. I mean, had the body, had the Chanel, had the money, had the looks, had the Instagram followers. The man ended up stalking her and
Mhm.
unaliving her.
Yeah.
And there's many stories like that. So that's why you got to pay close attention, man. Y'all women out there, y'all got to pay close attention. Stop trying to draw all this
Mhm.
attention to yourself with your body and what you're doing and posting all these naked pictures because little do you know people watching you and they might become obsessed with you. And for men
Mhm.
too, there's women obsessed with me right now. I can't get them. I can't beat them off with a stick. There's women obsessed with me right now. So I got to go through my Instagram and delete all my pictures.
Mm, mm-mm. You ain't
But
about to do that.
yeah, I ain't doing it.
I know you better than that.
No, but seriously though, you have to pay close attention because all jokes
Mhm.
aside, there's psychos out there
Yeah,
looking at
absolutely.
your every move, following you, watching you. And if you keep
Mhm.
allowing people to see your full naked body, to see your body at the gym showing off all this, you never know what they're thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
man.
I mean, we just gotta be careful and trust your gut. I think people don't listen to their gut instincts, you
Right.
know? Like, Darius Mitchell, I'm not sure if the roach was on his wall or what, but
Darius Mitchell, you the roach on the
yeah.
wall. Darius,
I
you the
don't know
roach
what
on my
happened.
wall. Splat. Splat.
But yeah, it's just about people not being, listening to their intuition,
At
and
the,
being desperate. That's another thing too.
but at the end of the day, it's hard to listen to your intuition when you're when you're motivated by money, when you're
Mm,
motivated by fame, when you're motivated by likes, when you're motivated by clothes and jewelry, it's hard to listen to that voice telling you to stop.
yeah. But you also kind of touched on that one Sunday about the spirit of lust,
Yeah.
and it comes in all different forms. So it's
Yes.
not just, you know, I think I could say sexual, right, on YouTube?
Hey, hey, no, hey, shh.
Well, it's not just, the intimacy part, it's other things as well. So
The lust of your flesh, the lust of your
mhm,
eyes
mhm,
will destroy you. Like Craig just said, I pray for children too. Same thing for children.
yeah,
And I'm not talking crazy, but Devon say lust will destroy you. I'm not talking crazy, but there's adults who like to assault children,
mhm,
and you putting your children in vulnerable situations. Sometimes I walk around and see young girls wearing short shorts, mini skirts, halter
mhm,
tops, 6 years old, 7 years old. What are you thinking about?
exactly,
What are y'all thinking about? What are you thinking about?
mhm,
You have to really pay attention. Like listen, I don't like the R word. People who get R'd, I don't,
mhm,
uh, I don't condone that. But seriously, parents, seriously, women, seriously, men, you got to stop putting yourself out there to be a victim. There's nothing you can do to stop it if it's happening. But don't put yourself in a position to make a greater chance for it to happen. That's all I'm saying. Like, cause it really touched me. Like when I found out what happened to young Scooter, it really opened my eyes. Like, bro, you really got to be careful.
yeah. Well, the people you bring around you, you know,
You got to be real careful.
I don't know what that woman was on.
But like you said, that sounds like somebody wanted him out of there,
Yeah,
and that's how they got him out of there.
right, because it just to me, it didn't make sense, like, she called the police and she, you know, built this whole case up against them on the phone, like, she said that they were, doing illegal activities, constantly in that home. There was,
Oh,
like,
she
7
said that
people.
too.
Mhm. She was like, there was, like, 7 people, 7 men that dwelled in that home, and, she was the neighborhood watch person, and
That's
so she
crazy,
was
man.
falsely reporting that she was seeing these activities occur.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See that made me not wanna, that for real. That's crazy, man. So
Mhm.
I, and I'm gonna tell you, men out there for real. And like Craig said, he gets so mad when children get hurt.
Yeah.
And Devon said she got arrested for doing it, so I
Mhm.
guess she got arrested.
Yeah, she got arrested
Um,
for the false call, but I'm
yeah,
not
but the
sure about
man,
the
not the unalivement, the man out of
right, I
there.
don't think I don't think that she got charged with that. I
He
don't know if
gone.
they will.
He gone, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to children, I don't like when children get hurt. For real, I hate when
Mhm.
children get hurt. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying, but for me, I think like when I look at Instagram and look at TikTok and YouTube, I see a lot of influences on
Oh,
these
thank you,
young
Craig.
children.
Mhm.
And I think that a lot of these children are influenced by what the adults are doing. And
Mhm.
I think the adults have to make a change in order for the children to change. They talk about all these YNs running around, all these YNs shooting stuff, spraying stuff up, unaliving people. But if you think about it, they learned that from us.
Right.
We was out here stepping, but we had rules to the game, but we was out here stepping. You listen to Tupac music, you listen to all these old rapper music, listen to what they talking about.
Yeah.
So we're the young generation is a product of us.
Mhm.
And
Right.
imagine what that next generation gonna be, being a product of them.
But things have, like, shifted. Before, it was, like, the people who were distributing the stuff. Now it's the
Mhm.
people who are using it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in terms of what they promote.
What's happening, blood? I got a partner. What's happening, blood? We locked in, man, for real. You
Mhm.
said she might get away with it. She might do, but you're right. It's like you
Yeah.
said, people were selling the narcotic,
Mhm.
and now it's people using the narcotic. But a lot
Right.
of the kids now are products of their parents who was using the narcotic when they was pregnant. A lot of these kids running around
Yeah.
here, they're babies of the drug.
Mhm.
So you got to pay close attention to what's going on. That's why I say you got to be careful out here, men and women. Y'all inviting people into your lives, boy, it could be very detrimental to you, bro. Got to be very
Mhm.
careful. I remember my former spouse. She told me this. I was talking to this young lady, and she was a pretty young lady, but I had no urge to get with the woman.
Mhm.
So her children needed Christmas gifts. So there was a foundation that year giving Christmas gifts away to kids.
Mhm.
So we got her daughter, we got her some Jordans, and got the son a bike. The girl went back to where she worked and told her friends, "I'm trying to sleep with her. I'm trying to get with her. I've been stalking her on Instagram. I've been in
What?
her DM trying to smash all this stuff." I'm saying to myself, "What?" So now my girl at the time, that was her friend. It's a small world, man. So the girl at the
How you
bar was a friend of
get
my former spouse.
Uh-huh.
So now the girl at the bar go and tell the girl show my face on Instagram to the other
Oh God.
girls.
Ooh. Ooh, that was ugly.
So my former spouse tells she's angry at me. I wonder why she angry at me
Mhm.
for weeks. She
But
finally
she didn't
come
say
to.
she was angry at you because of what happened. Like,
She didn't tell me what happened. She was just mad at me.
oh
I was
wow.
like, "What did I do now?" What? Because I'm always getting caught for something. So I said, What did I do now?" She didn't tell me what I did, but then she finally told me what I did. I said, "Oh man!" And
Mhm.
I sat there. She told me something. She said, "Counsel, you better be careful because people will take your name and take your reputation and
Mhm.
destroy it for their own good."
Exactly. Yep.
And here, this woman, I was showing love to this woman, and she around here diss ragging me, making it seem like I'm some kind of simp. Tended it.
Yeah.
I got to read the Bible. If not, I'll get depressed. Destruction. Jesus is Lord. That's right. New subscriber, Devon Lockdown. Craig, I used to be
Mhm.
the prayer. Hey, man. Devon said that's what women do. That's crazy.
Mm.
Hey, Rashida, you respond to that, please,
Nah, that's not the women that I know, and I
because
definitely don't do stuff like that.
it's in a woman's nature to be destructive. I'm sorry.
Nah, I just think it just depends on the kind of women that you're used to dealing with and who you are, and who you attract.
You don't
If
think
you're
it's a
trying to work something out in yourself,
you don't think it's
you're
in a
going to
woman's
attract.
you don't think it's in a woman's nature to be destructive?
Well, let me. So if you think about the feminine energy, right? Feminine energy is about destruction. It is
Slave.
about,
Go ahead.
yeah, feminine energy in and of itself is about destruction. Um, but it's also about nurturing. It's also about bringing together. Um, you good, Scar?
I'm listening.
All right. Yeah, but not destructive in a way of like how you're trying to imply it. No.
You lost me.
Yeah, because you weren't paying attention.
I was listening, but I can't understand nothing you're saying. Like I don't understand what you're saying.
I said
It
feminine energy. We all possess femininity within us and
is
masculinity.
there a is it in a woman's nature to be destructive?
In a woman, no, I'm not claiming that. Mm-mm.
You don't think it's in a woman's
I'm not.
nature to be
I'm not
destructive?
claiming it. No,
I'm going to
because
tell
you
you.
saying I'm speaking for all women. I
I
don't.
said in a
No.
woman's nature, like they can always change who they,
Hmm.
but naturally, women are built to be destructive. Naturally, when
Not
they
going to disagree.
okay, you make your point, then I'm gonna make my point.
Okay, so Devon
Hold
said,
on. Devon say,
yeah, read it.
no, it's not that women are destructive. They deserve an entirely different purpose for nature. Yeah, I don't understand that, Devon. Go ahead.
But
Say
I
it again.
think what Devon was touching on is that in nature, right? When we talk about Mother Nature, and yes, the feminine energy within Mother Nature is destructive.
Right. But
It is
hold on.
destructive.
Time out. Hold on. That's why you lost me at. The feminine nature in Mother Nature is destructive.
Huh?
The feminine, you said the feminine. Say that again.
Nope. I said it 3 times already, Scar. You gotta catch
Because
up.
you're losing me. Because if Mother Nature is destructive,
Mhm.
then women's nature is destruction. It is natural for a woman to be destructive.
Scar.
Hold on. Just like Mother Nature,
Mhm.
it builds itself and destroys itself.
Right.
Literally, if you look at Mother Nature's, the cycle of Mother Nature, it builds itself, then destroys itself. It gets to a certain peak, then it falls.
Mhm.
It never thrives completely. It's built on growth and destruction.
Mhm.
I think in a woman's nature, it is natural for them to be destructive. And it shows in every situation. So
Okay,
women
so I
serve
wanna
a different
hear what
purpose in nature.
yeah, I wanna hear more what Devon had to say. And Scar,
What's up?
you did not listen to me when I said I did not disagree with you.
Disagree with me
But
about
I
what?
don't when you said the feminine aspect is destructive, I said I don't disagree with that.
You say you disagree with it.
Initially, I did. But when
Okay, then you
you
change your mind.
it's not that I changed my mind. I understood what you were saying,
Right.
but I don't feel like
Hey, Craig, we
we
love you
just
too,
want to
bro.
destroy.
Right. No, I'm
I
not
don't
saying
feel like
they.
women just want to destroy.
I'm not
Okay.
saying. I'm not saying women just
Mhm.
want to destroy. Okay, no, he's just referring to Shiva, the demon that is associated with warfare on behalf of women who need protection. She's like security employee, but she also have God. She fell the angel that has. I understand what you're saying. It's hard to read, but I understand what you're saying. But
Mhm.
think about every place in nature, everything that has happened in history. The
Yeah.
the woman has been the main downfall for all the situations.
Mhm.
That's just the nature of a woman is to destroy and be destructive.
Okay, it says in Joshua 1, 8 through 9, it says, God commands Joshua to constantly study and meditate on the book of law, promising success and prosperity, and then reminds him to be strong and courageous. What is that in reference to what we're talking about right now, though?
They just talk. They just sharing thoughts.
Okay.
A woman's power is subtle and powerful. Like I said, for
Mhm.
me, a woman's like I said, and quote me on this: a woman's nature is meant to destroy. It is only when she understands that when she can be the nurturer and the builder and the producer. If she never comprehends that, she would think the way she is just that's just the way she is. But you have something inside of you that the serpent implanted in you to make you be destructive. See, when she ate,
So,
when if you believe in the story of Adam and Eve, when she
mhm,
ate that fruit, she just wasn't like God. Remember what it said: you eat this
mhm,
fruit, you will be as God, knowing good and evil.
mhm.
She the first one to eat it. That seed was planted inside of her. So you got to understand, man. That's why he don't sound stupid to you. You're punctuating for him in your head. He can't say it, but he can spell it. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you today is it's only when a woman opens her
Mhm,
eyes and see, man, my ways are destructive, is when she can turn from those wicked ways and come into a way of healing.
mhm.
Just like a man. We ain't gonna touch on men right now. We're talking about women right now.
See, see, I was gonna go there, right?
But I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, seriously though, in a woman's nature is meant to be destructive. Every
Hey,
situation,
Lamar.
bro, every situation, According to the Bible, we meant to be a helpmate. However, Adam was chosen to lead all things. How was she able to get to the tree? What I want you to understand is when you are Miss Lady, when you are one, you have access to whatever that person has because you're one. So if that man and that woman is one, she got access to whatever he got access to, and vice versa. So at the end of the day, she all she wanted to do was, like I said, all she wanted to do was do the thing she felt like was right to do. But she didn't understand what she felt like doing was really something to destroy her and him. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Women don't think their ways are destructive until they looking back hindsight and be like, man, I can't believe I did that. You got women out here will prevent their husband and wife and the baby father from seeing their kids, thinking that they hurting him, but you're really destroying the next generation that you produce. You're destroying yourself trying to prove a point. That's the point I'm trying to say. It's not like they're intently destroying something. They don't understand that they're destroying something by their actions. But I'm here today to tell you, in nature, in yourself, you are destroying yourself. When you think you're destroying a man, or when you think you're destroying your kids, you're really destroying yourself. I guarantee you, listen to me. I guarantee you when Eve ate that fruit, she wasn't thinking that she would be destroyed. She thought what she was doing was the right thing. Until looking back, she's like, man, I shouldn't have did that.
Wow, here we are now.
And here we are now. How about not having baby fathers? Bit hard to plan when you a bus. At the end of the day, what I want you to understand is a lot of times we blame people for our own actions.
Yeah.
Like you can't get mad at the baby father because he don't want to stick around. You can't get mad at the baby mama because she don't want to stick around. You both made something. You got to live with the consequences. You got to fight through it and push through it. Make a better choice next time. But while you being
poor vetting is what you're getting at.
While you being mad at the mama and the baby daddy, you're taking it out on the kids, and now you're destroying the kids. You said, but Adam knew. Adam knew what? Miss Lady, what did Adam know? What did Adam know, Miss Lady? She's mad. But like Incognito say, don't have no baby fathers. But like I said, how do you know if that man gonna stay around?
Yeah.
You can have plans to be with this man for the rest of his. How do you know he won't? How you know he gonna stay around? How you know that woman gonna stay around? She made for the streets, brother. That's right, DJ. She made for the streets. but that's what I'm saying. Miss Lady said Adam knew not to eat from the tree. But what I'm saying, it's in a man's nature. We're not gonna touch on men right now. But it's in a man.
You don't want to go there.
No, but I'm gonna brief it. It's in a man's nature to be prideful.
Yeah.
It's in a man's nature to be prideful. So the pride of Adam, even though Adam knew not to eat from that tree, his pride inside himself said, I'm not gonna let my woman eat it. I'm not gonna let the serpent show me out in front of my woman.
I'm coming right back. I'll be right back. I'm listening.
You see, she can't handle the truth. That's why she got up and left.
Whatever. I'm listening to you. I can hear you.
I didn't know you was listening.
I got an earpiece on.
Okay,
See,
my bad.
Scar, you see how people, when you're not in their presence, they'll talk about you bad? We supposed
to be. I thought she could handle
we supposed to be a unit. Trying to get the good information to the people. And you see how quickly Scar sold me out. Now it's the nature of the woman to be destructive.
It's the nature of a man to be prideful. And so I want to touch on this topic because
you just showed it just then.
Nah, but listen,
you was a prime example.
Pride, the Bible says pride comes before destruction. So that's what I'm telling you. That's what it means. Because remember, the man came before the woman. The man is the pride, and the woman is the destruction. So once you understand that, you know how to deal with it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Pride comes before destruction. As men, we're prideful, and women, as men, we're naturally prideful.
Mhm.
and as women, you're naturally destructive.
So how do we bridge the gap?
The way you bridge the gap
Exactly.
is understanding
The ball on my
your
side.
understanding your nature,
Mhm.
understanding the nature of your actions. As a man, you sleep with all these women because your pride.
Now I gotta challenge you real
What's
quick
up?
because remember I talked about the masculine and the feminine being within both of us,
Right.
right? We both have that destructive side of us, right?
Yeah.
Your feminine wants it's like all of your carnal desires,
Right.
right? The basic things that you want, like, you know, schmecks, right? I guess we can say that word. Um, that's a desire that is more of a receptive, right? And feminine
Right.
energy. But the masculine part, the prideful part, is also it can destroy as well. So when you get those energies together, it's competing.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. A man's pride come before a fall. So man, we're naturally prideful. Women, you're naturally destructive. So when you don't, that's why God said you must be born again. Because when you're not born again, remember He said you're born in sin. So when you're
Mhm.
not born again, it leads to destruction. The Scripture says that there's a way that seems right to a man or a woman, but at the end, it's destruction. The Scripture tells you really there's a way that seems. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all today, women and men. The thing you think is right is really something that's destroying you and your partner. So that's why I want you to understand your nature so you can change your nature. Because what seems natural to us is really destruction to us.
Mhm. I
So,
mean, well, that's like when people say, like, men are natural hunters and they want to conquer women.
right.
If that's a natural thing, then that's destructive.
No, what I'm saying is if you don't know how to use it, it's destructive.
Right.
So being that women don't recognize it, they think that it's good, but it's really destructive. Like they think about showing their bodies and every picture they see, they got their butt out or they always trying to prove a point, always talking, always nagging, always got an issue. They don't understand. They think that's the way of a woman, but it's really the way of destruction. But because they don't recognize it as destruction, they think it's natural.
Mhm.
As a man, you you got to reach these certain goals in life. You got to make sure you have a car, a house. You got to make sure this and that, just so your name don't get spoke down upon. Now understanding you destroying yourself. Now you laid up with a heart attack. Do you know they said most husbands die before, most husbands pass away before their wives.
Yeah.
Most men pass away before their woman.
Vamp said hunt for a good woman.
Now, I'm not hunting for no woman. I'm not hunting. I'm not going to no. Because remember, when you out there hunting, there's a chance you gonna get ate.
For real.
When you out there hunting, boy, and you know, boy, you from the islands, brethren. You know when you out there hunting, boy, there's a chance the animal might tear your ass up. So I ain't going
Ta-da-da.
out there. No, I ain't going out there hunting, boy. I ain't
Hey,
going out there hunting,
listen.
boy, for real. You ain't gonna tear me up out there, bit, for real.
I feel you. I feel you.
Straight up. I'm dead. I'm just saying because a lot of people feel like a man supposed to go out there and find a woman.
Mhm.
The Bible never commanded you to do that.
Mhm.
It says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favors from the Lord.
Mhm.
He didn't command me to go do it. He just said all he did was made a statement. A man who found a wife, he didn't command me to do it.
I love that.
Read
You
that,
see what
sis.
Miss Lady said?
You can read it.
Okay, so
I'm
Miss
tired of
Lady
reading this
said,
lady comments.
"My hus my husband's natural masculinity has always humbled me, willingly, not by force. His very presence, a woman will recognize it."
Oh, Miss Lady, I love you. I love your comments, Miss Lady. Keep bringing,
See, she
keep
said
sending them
something good.
comments, Miss Lady. I love you. Give me a big hug,
The
Miss Lady. A
Bible
big
also says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Well, he just said that. Yeah. Hmm.
Miss Lady. See,
Okay,
you're a
but for
real woman, Miss Lady. Miss
for
Lady, you're
men,
a real woman, baby.
our ambition leads to innovation and the future of progress of society.
Who that? Martin Luther King. Who said that? Martin Luther King. Oh, Devon said that. That sounds like a quote Martin Luther King said. What? Sojourner Truth. No, but at the end of the day, I want people to understand. The Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good. That's right. Devon said women will never change their ways. How you feel
Mhm.
about that, Rashida?
I think that if a woman really truly taps into herself,
Yeah.
right, and she begins to recognize the error of her ways, um, and really excavates those, whether it's programming that she's under, um, he said, no, that's all him. Okay. Whether that's the program that she's under, or
Devon, man. I had a dream that
think
one
the way she was
day,
bro.
little black boys and little white
Lord
girls.
have mercy. Y'all know y'all can't
Devon
take
Luther
Scott
King
serious.
Jr. Hey, what? Hey, that's Mark. That's
Devon, did you say Devon King Jr.?
No, Martin. That's Martin Burger King Jr.
Oh my God. Have you found a ruby? Who's a ruby?
Let's
Is
get.
that a biblical reference?
I don't know. V legs logs. What you saying
Logs.
though? What you saying though?
Oh, no, I was just saying because I think Devon has said something like women will never change their ways.
Right.
And I said that I believe that if a woman truly taps into her true self, right, and
Right.
she actually wants to make a change and she begins to look at her life and missteps that she's had, looks at her programming and really shifts the way that she thinks, I think a woman can change. I'm not the same person I was a year ago, even a month ago. You know what I mean? Like we can change. All people can change. Men can change
Right.
as well.
As long
Okay,
as
he
you
said, but the truth is women
that
don't
sister
have to change their ways. Okay.
that women. It says women don't have to
Oh,
change their way. Yeah,
yeah.
but Devon, you telling the truth because women don't feel like nothing wrong. Like I said earlier, they don't feel like there's nothing wrong with the way they are.
Mm,
A good woman is hard to find. Exactly, a good woman is hard to find because in their ways they think their ways is right. They think everything they do and say is right. It take what makes a woman good is a woman who can admit she's wrong and change.
okay. So Scar, I have a real life example.
Go ahead,
Okay.
break it down.
When I spoke to you, what was that? Thursday or Friday?
I'm not
I
sure.
can't remember what day it was. But I misheard something that you said. And what did I do immediately?
I don't remember. I don't remember
I
what.
apologized and I took accountability.
Oh yeah, okay. But see, that's what makes a woman good. A woman who can accept accountability, admit she's wrong, and work on fixing the problem. Like
Right.
a lot of people don't understand what classifies a woman as good or a man as good. A woman ain't
Mhm.
good because she's beautiful or she's obedient or she can do this for you. She do that. What makes a woman good is a woman with a pure heart
Mhm.
whose intention is to see things get better, not worse. A good
Right.
man is a person who not because he got money, got a job, credit. A good man is a man who wants to see production and increase. That's what makes that
Mhm.
man good. That's the only. That's your only measuring stick when it comes to a good woman and a good man, a good husband and wife. Is do you want to see production or do you want to see reduction? Do you want to see
Mhm.
increase or decrease? That what separates good from bad.
Okay, so
Devon
Vlog
Luther King
said
Jr. Man, Devon, hey,
Martin Luther King.
Devon,
Hey.
Devon Burger King Jr.
No.
Wife
So
literally.
Vlog said, okay, go ahead, my bad.
It said wife literally means help meet. Obedience is almost all of it. See, the thing about it is, I don't want my woman to be obedient to me. See, that's the problem. A lot
Mhm.
of people be thinking obedient. I don't want my woman to be obedient. I want my woman to want increase. I want her to only want increase and productivity. She don't have to be obedient. She ain't got to listen to me. But as long as we increase and being productive, that's all I want. Even if it means I'm
Well,
not the one who gave the suggestion.
so I was looking at obedience more like obedient to the word, like obedient to God.
I don't need my woman to be. I don't need. Maybe God want her to be obedient. I don't need my woman to be obedient. I want my woman to be productive.
Marriage is a team effort. Amen. Hey, I was getting some messages from the TikTok people, and they're like asking me if we were going live, but
You gotta tell them to come here. You gotta send them the
yeah,
link.
but I don't. I guess I gotta let me see if I can log in on here.
We women need to learn the goal is not to win every battle. Yes, Miss Lady, you got a sister, but the
Hmm.
war, you don't
Yeah,
always.
win the war.
She says the it's not winning every battle, but it's about winning the war. You don't
Hmm.
always need the last word. I'm 22 years in my marriage, and getting the last word has never gotten me anything. That's right. That's right. Because it's not about being right. It's about, I keep telling people this. It's not about being right. It's about being righteous. It's about being righteous, which means you're pressing towards good deeds. You're pressing towards productivity, and you're pressing towards increase. That's what it's about. And that's why I say I don't need my woman to be obedient. I don't need my woman to be everything I want her to be. I used to be like that. I used to want my woman to be everything I wanted her to be. But that ultimately caused her to run away and caused us to lose everything. So now
Hmm.
my focus in life and my focus in relationships is not for my woman to be who I want her to be, but instead I want my woman to be someone that can bring productivity and increase to me and to us. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So that's the main goal right now, or that we focus in on.
Amen.
So I just want everybody out there, when you're looking for a wife, like I said, today's word is about endangerment. You're endangering yourself by dating people you don't know. There's a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers out there, and not even people that unalive you, but people that would take your joy, your love, your commitment, your peace. You don't want to deal with somebody who's going to take away from you. And that's the whole thing. That's why we here every Wednesday to give you pointers of how to select your significant other, how to select your business partners, and how to select your friends.
So what you got? What tips you got for the folks today, Scar?
Like today, I've been working. I've been in the sun for the past couple of days, working. The tips who this is? Noodle Man. Marriage is more dangerous. Noodle Man. Let me tell you something, Noodle Man. Anything that you committed to, you're married to.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, committing to your own ways can lead you into destruction. See, a lot of times people think, oh, if I bring like my father told me the other day, or the neighbor told me to give you some advice. I said, what advice your neighbor got for me? The neighbor said, tell your son to stay single as long as he can. The neighbor told my father to deliver a message to me and say, tell your son to stay single as long as he can, because if he get with a woman, his life is going to be hell. This is, and it's funny because this is the way a lot of men see women, but
Mm.
they just don't express that because of because what women have been doing over the years is quietly destroying us. But even though they're destroying us, we still can't
Little
release.
man said.
We still can't release what the desire for it because of our pride.
Mm.
We don't wanna as men, we don't wanna have the feeling of knowing a woman is moaning and groaning because another man stabbing her down. We don't want to think about our woman with another man piece in her mouth, slurping and burping. We don't want to think like that.
Why? Why
We
you
don't want to think our woman
always
pop
gotta
locking it.
be
Listen,
so
man,
extra?
I'm being real. We don't want to think about our woman pop, dropping and shopping. So as a man, we gonna deal with the destructive qualities just because of our pride. As a woman, you're gonna deal with the prideful qualities because you're so accustomed to destruction. So a man is destroying you, but you're so accustomed to the destruction, you deal with it. So,
Vlog said, where does that come from? Where did that come from? But we talked about that, right, earlier.
I think it came from V-Law. I think it came from, we touched on Adam, but I just think it came from the need to feel like a man. I think as men, we seek so much validation to order to feel like it's. You know what's funny? A girl can be born. Listen to me, yo. A girl can be born as a girl, and she becomes a woman when her period comes, and she's automatically considered a woman. Boys, we're born boys, but we don't become men until we achieve certain accomplishments. That is what it comes from. Because I'm not a man unless I have this, that, and the other. But you're a woman without any of it.
So that's a place of pride then, right?
That's a
Because
place
those
of
are
pride, but that's also a place of low
Mhm,
self-esteem. And due to
mhm.
the low self-esteem, we overemphasize on pride because as a boy, I have to achieve all these things to be a man. But as a girl, you could just have a period and be a woman. You ain't gotta have a
Mm.
job. You ain't gotta do none of this to be a woman. You're automatically a woman once you reach a certain age. But me as a boy, I gotta do all these things just to be a man. Considered a man.
Oh,
If I'm 30,
goodness.
if I'm
Fundamentally
25,
different purposes.
if I'm 25 years
Yeah.
old, if I'm 25 years old and I live with my mama, I'm not considered a man. But if a woman's 25 years old and she live with her mama, she considered a woman. That is why men have this prideful attitude because the low self-esteem we feel. And that is why women have this destructive attitude because they never had to prove themselves to nobody.
Well, I think that's long, throughout society, like creation has only been what women have been taught that we need to be creators. Creating in terms of life, creating life, excuse me.
But see, that's the thing about it. Like women give life, but you ever thought for 1 second that they really giving death?
Wait a minute. What? Explain, break that down.
Think about that. We talk about women having destructive qualities. Have you ever
Hmm.
thought for 1 minute that a woman is really giving death instead of life?
No, I have not.
Check
And
this out.
that's why I asked you to break it down.
Miss Lady said, huh? Check me out though. Check me out. Before you were born, you were a spirit, right? Or what were
Hmm.
you before you were born? A soul, a spirit?
Oh, I see. I'm following you now, but I'm gonna let you
No, no,
finish
no,
it.
no, no. Don't follow me. No, don't follow me. You just said what? Don't follow me. Check me out, yo.
I'm
Before,
picking up what you putting down.
okay, pick it up.
Once you threw it down,
Leave
I
it
picked it
there.
up.
Leave it there, please. As a woman, you give birth to someone, right?
Hmm.
So before I came to earth, I was a soul, I was a spirit.
Yeah.
You bring me into a place where I am created to die,
Hmm.
to pass away.
Yeah.
Put me on an earth where I'm created to pass away. So are you really giving birth to me to live, or are you giving birth to me to pass away? Think about it.
I'm giving birth so you can live.
How?
Because do we not change form when we pass away?
But what I'm saying is, when I pass
You
away,
still living. You get an eternal life. What are you talking about?
but what I'm saying is, if I never came here, I would have been living without passing away.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I guess this is a dense place and
And this place is in the third dimension. This is
hmm.
the third dimension. So remember, the first two letters of dimension is DI. The first two letters in die is DI. So the dimension
Hmm.
leads to death.
Miss Lady says she can't give birth without a man.
I
Right.
know, I know you can't give
We
birth.
still need y'all to go half on that.
I know that, but that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Like I'm trying to explain to you that a woman has to understand that they feel like a woman feels like They're
Okay,
so,
I love that.
because they can give life. They're so, the serpent may tricked her to believe you can give life. So you're
Hmm.
like God. But what women didn't understand is the life that they think they're giving is really death that they're creating. Because anybody they give life to must pass away.
And Adam, I like. Can you read what Adam said?
I
I
just
like
read
what
what
Adam
Kendra
said.
said first. Never thought about it like that. Yeah, exactly, Kendra. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's in a woman's nature to be destructive. But the serpent tricked you and deceived you to make you think you're giving life, but in reality, you're really taking a soul that was just doing just fine. I was up there in heaven chilling, just fine. And you
It
took my
cracks.
soul, and you took my soul and put me on this earth to pass away. Okay, Adam
Okay.
said you could look at it like that, or you can look at it like this. Women bring people into the world to have the opportunity to choose everlasting life. But Adam, if I never came to this earth, would I have to what would I even have to choose? If I never came to this earth, will I even have to had would I even have to even make a choice to choose?
So why do you think we're here, Scar? If you jumping way into the woods right now.
Miss Lady, I'm trying to this, I'm going in. Miss Lady say, because I love Miss Lady. You got a sister? And Miss Lady, you got a sister? So holler at me. Hit me up. That was the curse from the garden, death. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like what I'm saying is abortion rights advocates, fallen angels chilling. You are formed in the womb. So for me, um, remember Adam and Eve had eternal life. There was no death until man and woman gave birth to another man, then death came.
Mhm. Well,
So
I
being,
thought that was because she went against what God said.
but before that, there was no humans made by the both of them.
Hmm.
When humans were made by the both of them, that's when death came. Kevin Jackson, you got to pay attention. Uh, the idea that we exist before we exist is not a thing. That's new age. Well, if you read the Bible, Adam, are you Adam from the garden? But if you read the Bible, Adam, it says before you was in your mother's womb, before you was born, I knew you.
Hmm.
So God knew you before you was even formed in your mother's womb. So how did God know you if you didn't exist? It
Right.
says it says be fruitful and multiply. Miss Lady. Calvin Jackson. This is on YouTube, so run back what I said. Run it back and you're gonna understand what I just said. Um, be fruitful and multiply. Miss Lady, if you read the scripture, be fruitful and multiply, he never commanded Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply. If you read Genesis, it says he created male and female. Then he told the male and female to be fruitful and multiply. Then later in
Hmm.
the scripture, it said he made Adam. There was male and females created before Adam and Eve, and it's right in your Bible.
Only God to worship and whose name is greater
So
to
pay
the Lord
close
Jesus.
attention to what the Word of God says, and remember, don't just take what somebody telling you. You got to read exactly what's going on. There was male and female made before Adam and Eve, and they the ones who got the instructions of being fruitful and multiply. Okay, read what you're reading.
Um, I think we just got to get back to where we was at, where because we got way off track. So let's bring it back because we are talking about relationships, right?
No, but relationships we
And
talk, but we talk. We remember we're not just talking about relationships with each other. We talking about
Mhm.
relationships with ourselves, and we talking about
Yeah.
we got to understand. We got to be able to relate with our partner to have a
Hmm.
relationship. So I got to relate to you and understand who you are. You got to relate to
Hmm.
me, understand who I am. When you understand that your life, you're creating destruction and death. And when I understand that my life, I'm creating destruction and death, we both got to sit back and say, hold on. We both got to make a change because my ways are destructive.
Mm-hmm.
Your ways are destructive. How can we come together and bring life and increase and productivity?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out right now. That's what I
And,
was
and that's why we can't
wanting to
drift.
come back.
We can't come back because this is a part of understanding it. You got to
Okay.
understand where it started to know where you finish at.
Mm-hmm.
It says, men haven't changed, women broke the contract. Hey, what's up, blood? We tapped in, blood, for real. Maybe I misunderstood it then. That's what I'm saying. Study that Bible, and you will see that he informed male and female to be fruitful and multiply. And when Eve was in that garden, the serpent told her, you would be like God if you ate this fruit. And then God ended up cursing her seed, her son, her children, and ended up cursing the serpent children because they ate the fruit together. So you got to pray for. I'm telling you, listen, I'm opening your eyes today. A lot of women feel like they give life, but you're really giving death because you take a soul, a spirit, and a soul who was doing just fine wherever it was at, and you brought them here to be destroyed. So it's in a woman's nature to be destructive, and it's in a
But
man's
the
nature
man
to be
helped to
proud.
create that, though. We
But
can't
but
discredit
the
that.
but the
We can't
man helped
discount that.
the man helped create that under the false sense of pride. A man doesn't willingly create a child.
Oh my
A man
gosh.
don't go into lay down. Most men don't go and lay down with a woman. I can't wait till this baby born.
That doesn't mean that most women also want to get pregnant either, though.
There's more women who want to be pregnant than men who want to get pregnant.
Well, I will not disagree with that. But
Miss Lady, what's happening?
but I still say that some women also don't want it either. They'll be on
I,
both birth control, use contraceptives and all of that and
I,
still get
I,
pregnant.
I understand some women don't want to get pregnant, but there's more women who are happy for the pregnancy than men.
Hmm.
So what I'm saying is because a pride in a man, he can't pull out because he's so prideful he can't pull out. So at the end of the day,
Hmm.
Ms. Jones said, I always thought the child chose their parent. I'm not sure about that, but all I know is I was doing just fine wherever I was at. You gave birth to me and you put me on this
Listen,
earth.
I think so as well, Miss Jones. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Man, what I believe is people need to pay attention to their natural instincts and stop thinking that the other person is the problem and they really the
Mhm.
problem. Straight up. So that's what we tapped. So what's the next question, man? Because like I said, I keep
No,
going with this.
we were just kind of going like
Okay, we've
we
been vibing
started the
today.
prompt right, exactly, because
Okay.
the prompts were really more so about not really making sound decisions when dating and getting
The
ourselves,
dangers.
yeah, in the dangerous positions that we put ourselves in these dating situations. Even for men, like we kind of touched on women, but even for men, like the hookup culture, right? So some men feel victim to the setup when it comes to women. Like they might meet a woman at a nightclub, want to, hook up with her for that night for a one night stand or something, and don't know that she's got people lurking and waiting. It's a setup, whether it's to rob him, unalive him, or both, you know, it happens to men too.
My cousin, man. First of all, free big cuz, man. Free big cuz for real. My cousin told me something. He say, women to give you an STD. I said, what you mean, cuz? I'm strapping up, cuz. He said, nah, they give you a spiritual transmitted disease.
Mm,
Not a sexual one, a spiritual transmitted disease. That's the disease you can't see. You wonder why you
hmm.
fighting this depression, this oppression. You wonder why you fighting this pain. You wonder why you fighting this urge you have because you got an STD, a spiritual transmitted disease. And
Yeah.
once you understand that that person that you think that's meant to be in your life to help you build is really destroying you and hurting you, then you will understand why the Bible says there's a way that seems right, but at the end is destruction.
Mm-hmm.
You already know I gotta talk to him, bro. That's what I'm saying. You gotta pay close attention, because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't, you would think the person that loves you, and you would think that the person that hates you hates you, but it really could be the person that showing you love really hates you, and the person that's
Yeah.
showing you hate really loves you.
Why do you think it's so backwards like that, Scar?
Be- because in a woman's nature, her nature is to be destructive,
Oh
and
my
in a
God.
man's nature, I'm just telling you, I'm keeping it
It's both.
real.
I feel like it's both though, Scar.
Listen,
Like,
let me finish, please. Don't be destructive, Rashida. Don't be destructive. In a woman's nature, in a man's nature, it's natural for him to be prideful. Both of them lead to destruction. That is why it's like that. That is why it's like that. And that's all I'm trying to tell y'all today is because why are things so backwards? Said, what if I do? That comment was a destructive thing. I'm just keeping it real with you, cellulose.
Celsius.
Celsius. I just cellulose. Celsius, yeah. But I'm just keeping it real
AJ
with
said
you.
there's never any accountability.
Let me tell you why there's no accountability. Because people don't reckon. Again, I'm trying to help y'all recognize what's going on. I'm trying to help you recognize, why do you keep going back and forth with that man? Because you're trying to drive him crazy. You're trying to destroy him. Same thing to your men. Why do you keep involving yourself in all these women's lives when you know she's gonna catch feelings for you, and then it's gonna end up hurting her in the long run because of your pride? You
Mm,
want to have as many women as you can. You want to have as many women on the phone. It's because of pride. But
mhm.
you're not taking account that you're how much people you're hurting. But you only think you're hurting somebody when you see it physically, but you could be hurting somebody spiritually
Right.
by those destructive traits. So I'm just Rashida. I'm just trying to let them know about the destructive traits and where it comes from. Like we talked about young Scooter. The girl
Mhm.
called the police on the man, made up a false police report, got my dog unalive because she made a false police report.
Right. Yeah.
Let's talk about the girl who invited the guy over for a date. He ended up slight.
Mhm.
He ended up. I'm not gonna say the S word. He ended up cutting her throat on the first date.
Mm.
And it's many different occasions about like this where people come into your life and be destructive. You need to recognize these destructive traits before you get any further. If
So
that
what do you
man,
think that
go
has
ahead.
to do with what do you think that has to do with, like, why do we invite these spirits into our enfoldment? Like, what is that about?
As a man, you prideful. So I used to talk to one of my partners. My partners just be like, man, I said, bro, you know you can catch a soul tie.
Mhm.
Sleeping with that woman, you can catch a soul tie. He was like, bro, I'm
Mhm.
the he said he the only one putting the soul in her. He said she gonna have my soul. See what it, yes. So see what it is. Hold on, what this say? I gotta read some of this stuff
Yeah.
because they nah. This man is I don't know what that say.
Misogynistic.
I'm not gonna speak that over myself, so I don't know what that say.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
because he believes the myth about Eve and how she doomed humanity. The mindset is destructive. First of all, I don't believe the myth. I believe the story. It says false accusations is very bad. You can't help someone recognize imperfections within themselves when there is a speck in your own eye. People in general have destructive traits, and that there is enough to cause division within people. Correct. That's why I'm in the house. Yeah, Kendra, stay in the house. Don't hey, Kendra, stay in. Oh, low key say I got a stud pregnant. I need help. Hey, low key,
They
shoot me.
trolling.
Key, shoot me. Low key, shoot me her number in my DM, bro. I want to get her pregnant next, brother. I just wanna get you pregnant.
See, that's why y'all can't take Scar
Oh, I want to get a
serious.
stud pregnant. I want to turn her life around, baby. I want to turn your life around, baby.
Craig said, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, he definitely okay. He got that little nut off. He got a little skeet off. He good, bro.
I
All right,
gotta pay
now.
child support now. Well, and that how the cookie crumble? Well, you got the
Listen,
cookie and it
I'd
crumbled.
rather low key be low key than down low. So all right, low key, keep pushing, brother. Keep pushing, my brother. Keep pushing. But
Oh
like
my
I
God.
said, like my mother and father told me don't quit.
Mhm.
They told me don't quit. That's why I don't pull out. Because my mother and father told me, do not quit, my son. Son, don't ever quit in
Lord.
life. That's why I'm
Okay,
not
so
pulling out.
y'all see the
I'm
foolishness
not pulling out, man.
I'm dealing with because
I'm sorry. My
you
mama told me don't
you
quit.
completely flip flop
I'm not gonna
from
make
what
my
we
father
talked
sad.
about earlier.
I'm gonna make my
Good
father
God.
proud.
Oh
Proud
my
of his son.
goodness.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
for real though.
pause.
But for real though, you got to pay close attention to the destructive characters and the destructive traits in life. And if you don't, you're going to get caught up in it, and you're going to think that this is something that's nurturing you. You're going to think this is something. That's why I'm saying no sort straight shooter.
Oh
So
gosh.
when you see the destructive traits, because love, destruction can look like love.
Mm.
Destruction could look like nurture and care. Destruction could look like providing.
Well, talk a little bit put some context to that though.
Some
Like,
examples to it.
yeah, give him some examples of what you mean.
Destruction can look like providing. Your man or your woman could be providing from you just to keep you from going out there and
Thank you,
living
low
your full
key.
potential.
Mm-hmm.
Low key in the UK, man. Luke, I like how the UK doing it, man. Salute, salute. Promise, man. Let's get it. A loved one, a woman or a
Oh,
man
thank you.
can be productive to you.
Hmm.
Can be a provider to you just to keep you from living your full potential and providing for yourself. That's one.
Mm.
Somebody could be supportive of you because they don't want you surpassing them. So they're gonna support you in your nonsense or support you in your low frequency just so you don't surpass them to go to a higher frequency. So destruction can look like love. I can love you, I can cherish you, I can care you, I can care for you, hug you,
Hmm.
cry for you, pray for you. But in reality, there's another woman or a man better for me than you are. But you're gonna embrace me so much that I think this is the best I can do. So you
What you
got
think
to be
about what
careful.
Devon said though?
What Devon said.
Love is deception used by women.
I believe it's in the woman's nature not to be able to love completely. And I
Mm.
believe women, Devon, I feel you, brother. I believe women use nurturing as manipulation. I believe women use love as manipulation. But they don't think that they manipulate. But I think that's what they do.
Well,
Until
I think that's the conditions though, right? That we can place on people when we say love is really is conditional when it comes to some women.
I think all women have conditional love.
Well, do you have conditional love? I think love comes with conditions for a lot of people, the way they define it.
I think
Because
all
I
lovers
mean,
can
you
do.
obviously wouldn't want a woman who is loose and hooking up with all of these different people. That's a condition
Yeah, but how do you
to
know?
even be in partnership with someone.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't think nobody, but I think women have more has more conditions on their love than the man does. That's why a man can date a stripper, but a woman can't date a man who sleeping with different women.
Mm.
I'm just keeping it real. You think about it, a man could date a stripper, a man date prostitutes, but a woman won't date somebody who's sleeping with different women.
T Mac said they be slick with it, always some conditions.
There's always conditions. So what I'm trying to explain to you is at the end of the day, a woman will manipulate you and deceive you as long as she don't know herself. Once you meet a woman who knows herself, she gonna love. Listen, she gonna love you like nobody ever loved you. Once a woman finally admits they're wrong and admits their nature is destruction and works on those destructive traits, that's the kind of woman you need. I don't care how she looks. As long as she ain't over 250, 60 pounds, we good. 275, 275,
You make an exception.
280, 280.
You may
We
as well
good.
go to 300 at this
Nah, we can't do
point.
300. No, we can't do 300. We can't. We gonna keep it 100. We ain't keeping it 300, boy. Yeah,
Craig said,
285.
but we can't live without women. Because what I really don't want to happen, though, to be honest with you, Scar,
Yeah.
is that we create an environment where we are separating. You know what I mean? Like, I want this to be a space where we can really try to bridge the gap
Yeah,
and that we're not being divisive
but you
or
gotta
creating
separate.
division.
You gotta separate to unify. You gotta separate to unify, because if you don't separate to unify, it's all gonna be junked up. That's why I got 5 fingers. They separated, but they unify when I close my hand. You gotta separate to unify. So I gotta show you what's wrong with you so you can work on it. I gotta tell you what's wrong with me so we can work on it. I gotta tell you separately. I can't help you work on your manipulation, and you can't help me work on my pride. I gotta work on my pride. You gotta work on manipulation, and we come together. Lady AJ Barnes. Yeah, this does sound. I'm not speaking that over myself. Women seem to always been the burden of the problem. And I'm not saying women are the problem. What I'm saying is women play a big role in society, so it starts with the woman. For years, you've been told that women are man. Man, it starts with the man. No, it starts with the woman. Because the first situation that was life changing was the woman. Mother Nature was here before we were here. It starts with the woman. So we have to understand where it starts at and what the problem is so we can fix it. That's all I'm
Okay,
trying to
so
tell you.
Devon said, yes, women have value in this world. I think we both do, men and women. We
You know,
serve a
I love
purpose.
women. I love women, but I'm just trying to explain the destructive traits of a woman, and I'm trying to explain the prideful traits of a man. That's why we can't live without women, because we want to show women, I'm gonna be the man. That's why we can't live without women, because we need somebody to pat us on our back, somebody to make us feel like we somebody,
Mm.
and that's the problem men have. She said that's people in general, Doska. I know that's people in general, but I know people in general is like that. But what I want to explain is the nature. Where do we learn these things from? Where do we learn pride from? Where do I learn destruction from? Where do we learn it from? When I sit back and think about my mother, my father, my first example of a woman in my life, she was destructive.
A lot of people just can't compartmentalize the differences we have.
My father was a humble man. My mother was destructive because she felt like the ways that she thought or the way that she felt was the right way. But the Bible tells you there's a way that seems right. And as a woman, you can't always be offended when a man telling you what to tighten up on. And as a man, you can't be offended when a woman telling you what to tighten up on. You can't, because I'm saying something about a woman, you can't say, what about men? Because I'm saying something about a man, you can't say, what about women? Why don't you listen to what I'm saying? And I listen to what you're saying, and we work on each other individually.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. Lady AJ Barnes.
You so stupid.
Lady AJ Barnes, seriously, Lady
She's
AJ Barnes
serious
don't play.
though.
She ain't playing, boy.
That's my girl
She ain't playing. I know that was your people.
though. Craig
She
said,
ain't playing,
"Me and my
boy.
wife gotta be a team, though." Amen.
I like that, Craig. A team, yeah. But you know
Mhm.
what? You know what's crazy about a team? I don't care if you play 1 minute or 10 minutes in the game. The winner, when at the end, whoever win, we all win together. We all lose together. For some reason, in relationships and in marriages, people think that they can win separately. If you lose, I lose.
Right.
If you win, I win. So why we not helping each other win? Why we not understanding that? So you know what
Mhm.
I mean. Once you realize that you play a big role in your significant other's life,
Oh, thank you.
once you realize you play a big role in your significant other's life, you will change the way you see things and the way you respond and where
Mhm.
you at. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying, AJ Bond. That's all I'm saying. Oh, it's Noodle Man. Who's the coach? The coach is God. That's the
Mhm.
coach. God is the coach. I'm a player. She a player. You know, and on the team. God's the coach. God's guiding us.
Mhm.
But we both have to win. We both have to want to win. Listen. I played sports. I played college football. I played high school football. I've been in the game. My last game in high school, I had like 12 tackles, 4 sacks. But there was players on the field who said, "Man, I can't wait for this season to be over." We in the playoffs, and they before we got on the field, they said they can't wait for the season to be over. And you saw that
Mm.
effort. You saw the effort on the field on that game. So what I'm saying to you is, no matter how hard you go, doesn't matter how much you do. If your teammate don't want that W, if your teammate okay with losing, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna lose too.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful. That's why today's we talking about how you gotta be careful. You gotta sense the signs. If someone is okay with being a loser, you gotta sense those signs and make sure you don't combine yourself with them.
Right. Vetting. But what is vetting though? Because even then, I think we talked about this on another line. Um, the vetting process and how people can mask who they are, right?
But that's
So
what
what's your take on that?
people masking who they are.
Mhm.
I think people mask who they are because they don't understand the results or consequences of who they are. Like a woman don't understand her ways are destructive and toxic. So she don't understand that it's destructive. So the way she acts, she feel like that's who she is.
Mhm.
So she don't understand her ways are destructive. A man don't understand his ways are prideful. He just think I'm a man, but it's really pride. So once that's why people mad so much because they don't understand really who they really are. And they think one thing is one thing and another thing is another thing. But reality, everything is not what you think it is, and everything you think it is, everything you don't think it is what it is. Everything you think it is ain't what it
So you're on a roller coaster. I want you to read what AJ said though.
is. AJ, laugh out loud just saying, when it comes to the masculine and feminine, we both have to exist cohesively in order to be productive and effective within ourselves and amongst our communities. Intention is important. Who that's Maya Angelou?
That's her. You better
Maya Angelou said that?
no.
Oh, I thought that was a poem for Maya Angelou. Then you kind of right. You're right, but before we exist cohesively, we had to exist individually first. Maya, AJ, my boy. Okay, AJ, don't play. Hey, AJ, you serious, AJ, boy? AJ, that's a woman. AJ, a woman.
Yes, yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
I kind of like that fire, AJ, boy. Like that fire, boy. No, but before we exist cohesively, we have to exist individually. And once you understand that you're an individual before you're a unit, then you can take accountability. Just like the players on the team, once they understand their weaknesses, their pros and their cons, then they can understand how they can be effective to help that team win.
Mhm.
Yeah. We listen. You can't be on a team that's winning when you're a loser. When your mind is like, we gonna lose. So everybody on that team got to be thinking about winning. Straight up.
Mhm. Vetting, asking the hard questions. Many people don't want to ask because they're scared of losing the person that they're dating. But see, I think even with that, Devon, I think people are coming into the dating world looking for whatever are those areas of opportunity, right? Whatever you're lacking. You're looking for that in somebody else. But the truth of the matter is you have to master that within yourself before you even get out there. And that's the problem, which is why so many people are so disappointed because they're only attracting the worst versions of themselves, in people if they haven't yet worked those things out within themselves.
I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think people,
Hmm.
like I spoke on this a couple of weeks ago. We spoke on this a couple of weeks ago. Just understanding that people are the reason why they do what they do, or the reason why they feel how they feel, is because they don't really truly know themselves. And they, like you say, they try to go in a relationship trying to see how that relationship can help them or build them. But a relationship is nothing but a measuring stick. I keep telling y'all, a relationship is
Hmm.
a measuring stick of who you are and what you are, what character you
Hmm.
possess, what character you don't possess. That's what a relationship is. That other person is there to show you who you are and yourself. And the reason why you can't see who you are alone is because you refuse to accept who you are.
Hmm.
Once you accept who you are, your significant other don't have to show you who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
So
afraid to
be
lose. I'm not afraid to lose nobody I'm dating. To be honest with you, so that's her loss. I'm keeping it real. That's her loss. She don't want to date me. She don't want to believe me. She don't want to trust me. She don't want. That's her loss. No, we're not married, Craig. No, we're not married, Craig. You, Craig, from next Friday. Nah, but that's her loss, man. Like all that complicating this, all that. Listen, you don't want me, don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself.
Okay, Fantasia.
Go ahead and free yourself.
He
For
said,
real.
"Lately, you ain't paying me no mind."
I'm trying to tell you, man. Yeah, want me, then don't talk to me. For real. You don't want me, don't talk to me. Go ahead to somebody else. Straight up.
He said, "Go ahead and free yourself."
Go ahead and free
Listen,
yourself, baby. Jump
we
off a
learned. What
bridge.
lesson did you learn?
Jump off a bridge with no parachute, baby. What's that again?
Save yourself.
Yeah, I ain't saving you, baby.
Oh my God.
Please and thank you.
Yes, amen.
So,
This is Scar's channel, but we're usually on TikTok as well, like co-hosting together. But Scar, Scar had a little mishap,
yeah,
and
TikTok banned me again till April 6th because I was preaching to people and helping people about not unaliving themselves. And I used the
Mhm,
S word, SUICIDE. I
mhm.
used that word and they banned me for a week.
Devon said he thought we was married.
See,
No.
Devon, this is what I mean by the destructive qualities that you have allowed that woman to place upon you.
Why you
You
say that?
because you're trying to destroy all the chances these other women got to get with me by saying you think we married. I'm not married. Any woman who watching this, you feel free to DM me, feel free to text me, feel free to call me, feel free to pray for me, feel free to stay with me, feel free to lay with me.
Yeah. You see why I'm where I'm at because he way too open. He inviting all types of energies up in his
Hey, I
field.
want I want them all short, thick,
My
and
inbox
tall.
ain't open like that.
Hey, I want them all short,
You
thick,
let
and
them all
tall,
in.
baby. I let them all in till I fall in, baby. Oh, she said I was on TikTok talking trash. I wasn't on TikTok talking trash. I was talking about suicide. I was talking about unaliving yourself.
Unaliving. Yeah.
And somebody asked me about. Somebody actually said that they were thinking about unaliving themselves, and I actually prayed for the person, and I prayed for everybody in the nation, in the world, who was thinking about unaliving themselves, and they banned me. So
Yeah.
they're gonna keep banning me. But yeah, back to the topic on these ladies. Like, I love women. I love all women. I love them all: white, black, brown, yellow, red. But it come a point of time. I need to you women watching this, and the women who gonna watch this in the future. I need y'all to step it up, man. I love you so much.
You
Us,
said it was just an assumption.
us men, see, Devon, see, you operating in the flesh, my brother. You operating in the flesh. I need y'all women, us men, we need y'all to step it up. We love y'all, we cherish y'all, but y'all gotta stop y'all destructive ways. Please. What AJ talking about now? AJ say, what AJ say?
She said, Lord, that means your prayer must have rebound from the clouds. We gotta pray harder, friend.
AJ, I'm gonna leave you alone
We
tonight.
love you too, Craig.
AJ, I'm gonna leave you alone tonight because you operating in the destructive. Hey Craig, we love you too. You operating in the pathetic, not the
Now
prophetic.
listen, now Scar, hold up. But that lets me know because
What's happening?
men say they don't want women to be destructive, but those are the first type of women that y'all go after, and y'all love it.
Great point. Great analogy. Hey, that was a great analogy, man. That
I
was a
mean,
great
y'all be like,
analogy.
"Oh, she too boring." There's
Oh
no
God.
there. Y'all like that spice.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you want that pepper hot.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the ice spice. You're right. You're right. You're right. But but but
So
but a woman like that is
it is
just
what it is.
that's just to cover our pride. That's just pride.
Mm.
But when a man finally sees through his pride, he finally understands what he needs, and that woman is no longer in his life. AJ said, "I kid." Yeah, okay, AJ, I got something for you, AJ. AJ, I got something for you. Don't worry about it. AJ, I got something
Nothing.
for you, boy. Shoot that DM, AJ. I'm gonna show you what I got for you, AJ.
You see what I'm saying? Listen,
I'm
y'all.
being
This
honest. You
this be
guys are very
Scar,
smart.
but then he still be
Hey,
go
I
right
get
back
it.
to.
Y'all should start a YouTube channel together. That's all I'm saying. How do you start a YouTube channel together? I don't know how
We
to do.
just create a channel and both of us have access to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about giving a woman access to my stuff. Noodle man, woman outnumber men,
I'm
not
not
all
your woman.
women. Woman,
What?
woman outnumber men, not all women will be men. Hey, that's true.
Mhm.
Speak on that.
Mm. Okay, Noodle Man. Oh, not Roger with the racial slurs. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Roger, the last thing you're gonna see tonight before you close your eyes is a big pistol in your face. That's what you're gonna
Oh
see,
my
bro.
gosh. Be
That's what you're gonna see,
undisturbed by a
young boy.
situation and it'll fall away by its own weight.
What is that? That's Maya Angelou.
Nah, that's just I think Florence Scovel said that.
I would say they love crazy, like, but you know what's crazy? That's why I say, Rashida, that was right because
Hmm.
I kind of all the women I dated was a little screws loose. So
I'm telling you. I'm telling you something I know.
why you know it? Because you like that?
I was.
Oh, you was crazy before?
Well, I wouldn't define crazy.
So now you saying now you wouldn't?
Nah, I had a little bit. I had a little crazy in me.
You had
I had a
crazy?
little crazy in me. Yes, I
Okay,
did.
all right,
I absolutely did.
okay. So give some examples of how crazy you was.
Nope. It's a mystery.
Give some examples.
It's a mystery. Mm-mm. I'm sure you guys can imagine. I wasn't the type of person that would ever call and set nobody up. Nah, that's crazy. But you know, I might have got the neck popping and a little bit.
That ain't it. That ain't all you did. That's not all you did Classify as crazy. Let me see your eyes. Hold on. Stand still. Let me look in your eyes. No, let me look at. Hold on. No, put your eyes close to the screen. Closer to the screen. Come close to the screen so I can see your eyes.
I'm right here. Wait, I'm right here.
Hold on. Stand still. Hold on. Stay still.
You're gonna make me laugh. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to look in your eyes, and
I'm looking dead at you.
Yes, you can't really tell, but I'm gonna tell you men a pointer. I'm gonna tell you tell men how. See, I can't really tell with her, but I'm gonna tell you men how to know a woman is crazy.
All right, tell them.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. And if one eye is smaller than the other, she is psycho. I'm telling you straight up. Look in a woman's eyes. If one of her eyes is smaller than the other, she's crazy. I'm keeping it real with you.
Thank you, Devon. Devon said he don't see crazy.
Yeah, but see, that's what I just told you, Devon.
Listen, I got that spirit up out of me, okay?
Devon, what I told you. What you think is something really ain't something. And what you think ain't something really is something. So look, next time you look at a woman, look at her eyes. And if one eye is smaller than the other, she crazy. She's a psychopath.
You're gonna run right towards it too.
Psychopath. So hey, all you crazy women in my DM, make sure when we meet, make sure you got sunglasses on, baby. Well, Craig and his Mac on. Craig the Mac.
Oh, thank you.
Craig Mac.
Craig is married. He's just giving a compliment.
Craig Mac. Hey, Devon.
He just said not be looking in the mirror.
Yeah, you better, Kendra, you better look in the mirror and see that one eye closing up. That one eye closing up on them folks. Devon say lazy eye. Listen, if she got a lazy eye, she gonna be loyal. See, this is things I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, let's hear this one.
If your woman have a lazy eye, she gonna be loyal. You know what I'm saying? If your woman have one eye smaller than the other, she's crazy.
But you like that. It is what it is.
Hey. If your woman cockeyed, she not gonna be loyal and faithful to you.
Wait, if she cockeyed, she not gonna be because she looking in other directions.
Because the eyes roaming everywhere. So if a woman is cockeyed, she's not gonna be loyal. With you today. If a woman got a lazy eye, she will be loyal. And if a woman has an eye smaller than the other, she's a psycho. That's my point. That's how you can tell. I'm telling you straight up. So next time you men, even with women, see one of my eyes smaller than the other. So even with women, when you look at a man and one of his eyes smaller than the other, beware. Beware.
At least you telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth. Like, I ain't got it all.
I can't be mad at you.
I ain't got it all. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think I'm just jumping on women. No.
Wait, Devon said, what's the difference? He wants you to run it back. Run it back.
The difference. If she cockeyed it, she's gonna cheat on you. If she got a lazy eye, she's gonna be faithful because nobody want a man with a lazy eye. So her chances is slim. And if a woman have a one eye smaller than the other, she is psycho. Because the nerve, what's happening is the nerve in her brain is causing the eye not to open as wide. So not most of the time the nerve, that's what caused the insanity. We know you're a problem then. I'm just telling, I'm not a problem. I'm just saying I have problems. I'm not a problem. I just have some of them motherfuckers.
Listen how he dressed it up, y'all.
I just got some of them motherfuckers. That's all it is. I'm not the problem. I got some of them motherfuckers. Straight up. But yeah,
I guess we all got problems then.
We all got issues. We gotta relate to it, and I want to share something with y'all too, man. Before we get up out of here, I want to share the willingness to allow somebody to come into your life to protect you from harm and danger. I don't want y'all to be scared, because of all the things we're speaking about, how people get harmed and hurt. Not everybody is meant to destroy you or hurt you or harm you. So I want y'all to really pay attention. Like I said, watch for these signs. Play this video back. Listen for the signs. And the next person you meet or the person currently in your life, look at these signs and see if they fit the description and move accordingly. And if a man love you, a man care for you, he's going to make sure you increase and be productive. If a woman love you and care for you, she's going to make sure you increase and be productive. That's the only measuring stick you know who love you and who don't.
So you're saying like if somebody's trying to shrink you, obviously they don't love you.
Nah,
They're trying to redirect you somewhere else. They don't love you.
they don't love you.
Okay, yeah, run it back, Kendra.
Yeah, we're watching from the beginning. I'm saying, listen, so
Mhm.
if anybody is taken from you, whether it's time, money, energy, health, spiritual
Oh,
enlightenment,
thank you.
joy, they don't love you.
Mhm. Mm-mm.
Hey, Craig, what's happening, Craig? That's your people?
No, I don't know.
That's
I
your
don't know.
people now. You said, Craig, you married, Craig?
Yeah, he's married. He said he was married.
Now, Craig ain't say he's married.
I
So
thought
what
he
you
said
say?
he was married.
So Lady AJ said, we know you're a problem then. Tomato, tomato. See, tomato, potato. See, what I'm saying is I'm not the problem. I got problems. Just like y'all women out there, y'all not the problem. Y'all just got problems. That's all it is. Women aren't the problem. Y'all just have problems, and I'm willing to work through that. So the women out there who's watching this and listening, I'm willing to work through the problems.
Do you feel like you're actually ready? No, you said that too fast. Did you hear the question?
What's the question?
I said, do you actually feel like you're ready to hone in on that one, okay? Not many, but that one.
I think I'm ready to focus on one woman and help her solve her problems. I'm willing to help her solve her problems.
Mhm.
I'm willing to help you solve your problem. If you're willing to help me solve my problem, I'm willing to help you solve your problem. And that's just what it is.
Well, y'all hear it, ladies.
Y'all
He
hear
said
it,
his
man.
inbox is open.
My inbox open. I got somebody in my inbox yesterday. Somebody was in my inbox texting me yesterday.
Kendra said she put the eyes up.
Hey, Ken,
Virgo back. Wait, Virgo
eyes.
504, where you been, boo?
504 been creeping tonight. She ain't really been in there.
Yeah.
A woman was in my inbox yesterday
Hmm.
talking to me. Uh, I'm telling AJ, listen, if you look good, I might help you solve your problem, AJ.
AJ off the market. Nope.
Oh,
Go
AJ
on
on
to
the
the
market.
next one.
Well, I'm gonna help you solve your problem. Divorce your husband and you solve your problem. All right, so
We
no,
do
but
not promote that over here. Come on
no, I'm
now.
not that. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But a lady was in my DM yesterday, messaging me, and I went to see her profile picture, and she about as old as my mother.
Ooh.
And I said to myself, what gives you? I gotta tighten up because what gives you the right to feel like you got a chance with me? So it's time for me to. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta tighten up because
I'm so dead.
listen, the kind of woman that's been following me on Instagram and in my DM ain't the kind of woman y'all think. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh, he a player, because trust me, none of them women is my type. Straight up. I ain't even know people like that existed. And say, not divorce, nah, don't divorce your husband, work it out with him. Work it out with him. Doing that would be the word that got you banned. I guess, man, I guess so, man. They ban me all the time. It's all good though. I'm sharing
This man
light,
is
man. Sugar mama, get that SSI, then leave. You would promote destructive qualities like that. You would want me to be destructive to a woman. Like, I can't. I'm not gonna be the cause of a woman passing away.
oh God.
Yeah,
How she gonna
82 from heartbreak. 82 years old. She can't take without. She can't take the
wait,
heartbreak.
Scar, how old was she for real though? Was she really like
She looked like she was in her 70s. She can't.
what?
Nah, I can't. She not. Listen, you're not gonna be. First of all, if you 80 years old, if you 80 years old, we can't even do the things that I like to do. I'm not gonna be sitting around at your house watching Golden Girls all night. So I was talking. Oh yeah, looking for a relationship. That probably what got me banned. Trying to get with somebody. AJ laughing. Um, shit. I guess I don't know, but I'm not gonna be watching old westerns and Golden Girls all night. I'm trying to be recording music. I ain't trying to be listening to Frank Sinatra and all that. I'm good all
Oh
day.
my God.
I'm not eating
Oh God, why
oatmeal
your
and
wife been bad?
applesauce all night.
Why working out with your wife been bad though, Craig? And wait, Devin said women want a husband and a side dude. He said he'd rather be the
Yes.
side dude.
Nah, no sir. No sir.
Why?
Ideal women
Wait,
want a husband.
explain why you say that, Devon.
Devon, please tell us why you want to be a side dude. Please. I want to know.
He said he
I
don't want
want to
that
know.
responsibility. He
I
don't want to
want
keep
to
the house up.
know.
He don't want to pay the bills.
So
He
I
don't want to do
want to
none of that.
know. I want to know why you want to be a side piece.
Oh my God.
No, I'm good. I wouldn't want to be nobody's side piece. I don't want them problems. Okay, brother. Do you know how much problems you gonna come with being a side piece?
Right.
Boy, you gonna have yourself some problems because every time you meet with her, you got to be out somewhere. You're gonna be spending some kind of
I'm
money, some
going
kind
through
of time.
stress from work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Prayerfully, that will work itself out, Craig. We
Craig
pray
said
for
my
the
wife
strength in your marriage, okay?
said separation. Were they separating?
Mm.
That they separating?
He said they're going through stress. Well, she's going through stress at work, says separation. So I don't know if she was talking about it with him. I'm guessing that's what it was.
Hey, listen. I used to be a side piece till I
Uh-oh, how'd
really
that work out for you? Well,
it didn't work
obviously it
out.
didn't, but
It didn't work out for me because I'm too. I want ownership.
yeah.
I want ownership. I don't want nobody pulling and dragging me like I'm on a leash, because that's what she's gonna be doing. She's gonna be having you on the leash.
Y'all been since women ain't right. Virgo. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Virgo.
See, Virgo, you would be in here with destructive qualities. See, this is my point. But this is the point I'm trying to tell you about women. See how destructive they are. First thing they do is go talk about.
The
I can
manhood piece.
nah. They talk about a man getting with a man. And
Yeah.
I never understood that. I never understood in my mind why a girl always be like, "Oh, you and your boyfriend," like considering me and my homeboy making those accusations. I never understood why a woman says that
I
because
think it's because okay, go ahead. Sorry,
no, no,
Scar.
no, no, no.
Finish
I
it.
know. I never understood. So go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say I think it's because what you're saying, it sounds like it's anti-women, but I think people miss the greater point is that you're trying to highlight the thing that needs work so that we can come together and unify. So you did highlight in men it's the pride and women it's the destruction. And how can we work better together? But I
Yes,
think the conversation when there's so much emphasis on a woman's destruction, it seems to other people
the
like it's
destruction. Me talking about
yeah.
the destruction makes them be destructive.
Yes.
And y'all proving my point. Every time I say something about a woman being destructive, y'all prove my point how destructive you are. Because destruction don't want to hear production. They don't want to hear that I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to guide you. Destruction only want to hear how can we destroy? Is he destroying me?
Right. Because that's what it sounds like.
No, that's what they hear it as. Because
Hmm.
when you have a spirit of destruction over your mind, you have a filter over your ear. So anything you hear is gonna sound like that, no matter what I say. I could say, yo, pick that up off the floor. You saying I'm dirty? You think I'm dirty? I could be saying, hey, I don't call you for a couple of days. What's wrong with you? You doing what? You, or I could say, hey, I'm going out with my homegirl. Your homegirl, you sleeping with her? Everything I say sounds like it's destructive because you have a destructive filter in your mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Scar will make you think, okay?
I'll make you think, boy.
And you have to be ready for what he's saying
Because
because it will trigger something in you.
you've been there.
Yes.
I said something to you and it triggered some anger in you. Yeah, trust me, I know. I just laughed.
But what did I do after that though?
You hung up on me.
I didn't. You- don't listen. That's a lie from the pit of
You
hell.
hung up on me
That is
after
not what I
that
said.
truth hit you, and you
Mm-mm.
hung up on me. You said if you feel that way, I understand that we can't do the live no more together. Don't even
I did not hang up on
quit
you.
the Jonesing. Quit Jonesing.
Nah, I'm
You
not gonna sit here and let you tell that
okay?
lie on
Quit
me.
Jonesing. You said I told you about yourself. It struck a nerve, and you said I understand if we don't do this live no more. I
I
understand. So
said-
don't even
I
Jones.
didn't hang up. No, so I said I understand where you stand on it, right? I said I understand where you so like your cross. I understand where you stand on it. And I said if you feel like my point of view is not something that you want to align with, then I respect your point of view and I don't have no qualms about you not wanting to do the live with me.
Yes, women hate the
Didn't I
truth.
say that?
But what I'm saying is, I would have told you I didn't want to do the live. Why did you come up with a destructive? Why did you come up with a destructive conclusion to my analysis? Why was the first thing you
Be-
said? Why was the first thing you said? I understand if you how you feel, and if you want to destroy this live we doing or this thing we doing, I understand. Why was that the first thing to come to your mind?
okay. All right. I just want to make sure that I can respond now. Okay. So you ready for my response? Now, so it was about a fundamental principle, right? And it was about a fundamental principle. And the way that you approached me about it was like you didn't want to have nothing to do with what I was saying or associate with it. And I said, okay, and I respect that. So if you don't want to work with me any longer, we don't have to. And then you was like, did I say that? You didn't. And look at us. A month later, what we doing right now? You still listening. I can't stand you.
So, like I was saying,
He was
so
right though. Okay, Scar was right. I was
okay.
wrong. And did I not apologize?
But it's not about the apology. It's the simple fact that the first thing that came to your mind was destroying something before it even really started because of what I said to you. That's
Mhm.
the point I'm trying to take, and that's in a woman's nature. First thing in her mind, she thinks destroying something. It is destructive. I don't call you. You think I'm destroying the relationship. You think something going on. If I don't pick, be there for you all the time, you think I'm doing.
You
It's
still can't hear
always
and see.
it's always a destruction mindset. You say I got earwax in the lobe.
And listen, y'all, I was shocked and amazed. I really was. I was shocked and amazed that Scar was like, "Oh yeah, we can still do it." I said, "Oh, what?" I'm telling you,
But
I was.
that's my whole point because in a woman's mind, the first thing she's thinking is destruction.
Yeah.
She's not thinking, okay, how can we work through this? She's not thinking. First thing in your mind, you're thinking, what's the worst going on? This is it. This is all. But it's not that all the time. Sometimes a man is just voicing how he feels. Sometimes a
Mhm.
man is just wants you to understand where he coming from. That don't mean he trying to destroy you with his words. So as women who listening, stop always thinking a man is out to destroy you. He's trying to help you. He's trying to mold you. To the men who listening, stop thinking that woman is out to destroy you all the time.
You had to put that you had to put that last bit in there, didn't you?
all the time.
And
Sometimes
listen, man, don't be prideful.
don't.
Don't be as prideful.
Amen. Do not be prideful, because pride come before a fall. So do not be prideful. Do not feel like how you feel is the right way. Don't think in your mind that you got all the answers, because God is the only one that could be there for you. So that's what I got.
Listen, scars is really teaching me a lot though. Patience,
Yes.
understanding, okay? Yes. So that's why we here.
That's why we here, man. But we
You
locked
learning some
in.
things from me too. Don't try to act like I don't teach you nothing.
Now I'm learning. I'm learning a few things. I'm learning how not to. You can't really listen to everything a woman say. That's what I'm learning. Like you can't really listen to everything a woman say. You really have to pay more attention to what she do. See, a man, you got to listen to what he say. A woman, you got to look at what she do.
Thank you, Devon. We do though.
Devon,
Even
we locked
outside of
in.
this. Yeah, because we have to like before we go on live, we have to, come up with the topics and we actually do really work well together. I'll say that. I'll give him his credit.
She said that's not destructive. Devon, I appreciate that, man. For real, man. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
definitely not me. If this was her idea to do, that's not destructive. She was being impulsive by reacting to something that hadn't happened. Y'all were able to navigate back to a healthy ground of communication. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you saying communication is key. But what I'm saying is, if I would allow, as men do, if as a man I would allow my pride to set in, I would have said, "To hell with it." And all right, cool. Let's not do it. Because she planted the seed of destruction. And my pride, if my pride would have got in the way, I'd be like, man, fuck, F it. Let's not do it then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'll say this too. This is not defending the action. I just want to kind of put it out there because when I asked from a place of more like I want to respect your your principles.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like I wanted to like, oh, I'm giving up, like forget him. It wasn't like that. It was more like, okay, well, we have a fundamental difference in this area and I don't want to make you feel like you're doing something that you didn't want to do. But to your credit, you never said you did not want to. So,
That's what I'm trying to say to you. So it goes to
mhm,
show you in your nature, as a woman, in her nature is destruction. Her nature is the worst. Her nature is that. Because I didn't say any of those things that you implied.
right.
So that's what I'm trying to explain to you, that that's in the woman's nature. And men, it's in our nature because we were taught that by women. And pride is in a woman's nature because they were taught that by men. And that's why we got to tighten up. We got to change as men and stop being so prideful. And we got to humble ourselves before God and humble ourselves so that we don't have to seek validation. And as women, you have to humble yourself so that you don't be destructive. Stop feeling like you got all the control. You act like you have no control. You act like you have no power. But intently, you do things to show how much power you have.
Mhm.
So that's it. But we've been thugging out today, man. So we gotta start wrapping this up. I gotta go get some food. The restaurant closes. I'm at the hotel.
Listen,
I'm at the hotel.
my, my stomach been fighting with me over here.
Yeah, you better. Hey, don't. Hey, the battle is not mine, said
Hungry.
the Lord. The battle is
Listen,
not mine. The battle in the restaurant, baby.
I've been sipping this water, hoping it's gonna get me through.
Nah, that's not the living water. The battle is not mine, said the Lord.
Yeah, for real.
I'm about to eat at this restaurant. Yeah, but that's what it is. So I just want everybody to tap in every Wednesday, 7:30. Come to the page, lock in, share it with your friends and
Hmm.
family. Unfortunate, it wasn't that many people in today because I got blocked on TikTok and YouTube. Whoever came, show us love. We appreciate it, man. Craig,
Yeah.
Devon, AJ, everybody tapped in. Kendra,
Yes.
my dog said, man, everybody who
Oh.
tapped in. I had Texas Roadhouse.
Kendra,
Okay,
eat one of them, what's that? Not a biscuit. It's like one of them pieces of bread.
them dinner
That
rolls.
little tote, them dinner rolls. Yeah, eat one for me, please.
Okay, I'm about to pull up, get me some food, man, and enjoy my dateless night. Another dateless night. And then I'm in a hotel room by
Date
myself.
yourself.
I'm in a hotel room by myself. Can y'all believe that? Can
You
y'all
gotta treat
believe?
yourself good though. That's what you're gonna be doing with your wife whenever that happens for
Yeah,
you.
but can you believe I'm in a hotel room by myself?
Yes, I can believe that.
You see what I'm saying? That's foul, man. That's
Good night,
foul.
AJ.
Hey, good night, everybody, man. We blessed, man. Tap in with us next week, man.
Thank
Devon,
you
cook up.
guys.
Kendra, cook up. Craig, cook up.
What you making,
Oh,
Devon? He said
Kendra, say
breakfast
where I'm
food.
at. Kendra, where you at? Kendra, you over? Kendra, you over 285, baby? Kendra, are you over 285? I'm waiting.
He said that ain't your business.
Kendra, are you over 285? Okay. All right, so DM me then. If you under 285, baby, you can DM me, baby, for real. Hey, Devon want to know your channel.
My channel is on TikTok. I have
Tell me
it's
TikTok.
love it or leave it underscore Rashida. So Rashida is Rashida.
Oh no, it ain't showing on mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love it or leave it
Ain't, ain't,
underscore Rashida.
ain't AJ your homegirl, right?
Mhm.
Hey AJ, can she type in your Instagram so he can go?
On my Instagram, he asked my channel.
Oh, you
I thought he was
I mean
I thought he
TikTok,
was talking about you.
TikTok,
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, my TikTok. Yeah.
So I'm saying
Hmm.
if somebody could type it in for him so he can see it.
Yeah, AJ, if you don't mind,
Oh,
please
matter of
love it
fact,
or leave it underscore Rashida. Good night, Craig. Thank you for
what is
tapping
it?
in. Hopefully everything work out with you and your wifey.
Hey Craig, you a real one, man. For real, man. God, hey, love, peace, and blessings to you, man. All day, every day. Love it or leave it.
There we
Love it.
go. Thank you.
Hey, AJ, good for something.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, but we tapped in. But I found out how to type on my laptop while I'm on, so now I can make comments while I'm on the thing.
Okay.
Right, look at this. Look at this.
Let me
See?
see what you got. Oh, there you
Yeah, see, I'm
go.
tapped in, man. We tapped in.
Look at you. Look at him. All right, Scar, you about to wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. So,
All right. Thank you guys for coming in and enjoying another live with us today. As always, Scar is always going to be here providing the mess. He provides the mess, but he cleans it up.
get a life, AJ. Get a life. Nah, but we're here to make y'all laugh, help y'all enjoy your week. It ain't that serious, man. Like we really want y'all to understand what love is, relationships, but we also want y'all to smile and laugh throughout the week, man. So that's why we're here every Wednesday, give y'all some laughs, give y'all some understanding, and
Yeah.
just let y'all feel free to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. That's right, AJ. Laugh it off, baby.
All right. And sending love to you guys.
Peace and blessings and love. Subscribe,
Bye.
notify. All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Devon.
Bye.
Bless.